Sorry.
Good afternoon. It is 5:33. I'd like to get our meeting called to order. Looks like we're gonna have announcements first. And that's the stuff stuck in traffic, so we just want to wait. It's okay. We'll forego the announcement for a little bit, and we'll go to the minutes of the May 27th, 2026 meeting. Approval of the minutes. A motion,
So moved.
second,
Second.
discussion. So vote saying aye.
Aye.
Was that the request?
Yes.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. We're gonna move on to the budget report.
I have a slide that was given to me and I don't have any other information to share.
I just
I have
wanna
two
be-
slides actually.
So we're coming to the end of the fiscal year then.
The actual year to date is May 30th.
I'm right. Well, it says it's the June budget report, but it was given to me last week, so I guess it's whatever.
Typically, when you pull a report, it pulls it from the date. You pull it, not necessarily on a month to month,
Okay.
so it could include you. I don't know when they pulled the.
Yeah, it was done last week because the days went on vacation.
So it looks like we're doing pretty good then, from the standpoint of revenues versus expenses. Am I reading it 621,000 ahead?
Where you see?
Second
Budget
from the
remains.
bottom right. Okay. Net change.
We expecting anything major expense wise in the last month of the fiscal year, or do we know?
But I would think the one thing that hasn't hit is payroll, depending upon where it's at in the cycle, so better payroll cycle or two. That's a full month.
Right.
So that could be fun.
Can we ask them to put the dates on here? Because you can, even though you pull it and they give you year to date, the day you pull, you can also do it by month, by week, by day. So then we would know, is this for the period ending May 31? Or is it actually year to date, since it looks like we're doing a fiscal year?
Are you guys still getting the full reports? You know what?
No, we haven't been seeing them until the meeting.
The full report, typically the report we get would have all the
What it
dates
was.
and be much more. detailed.
Well, not necessarily detailed, just like even this snapshot is perfect.
Yeah,
But just, we would know,
the date.
this is better, it's not overwhelming, you know?
Absolutely right. That's why.
Yeah,
But just the date of
column.
actually what it is.
Yeah, the actual year to date and then whatever that date is.
Yeah, I got it.
I have a motion that we accept budget report as
So moved.
second. Questions on the motion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Next on the agenda is staff report. First up is the education calendar.
So I've been doing these calendars. June is almost over, but I left it on here. We have a couple programs next week and one tomorrow. As far as what is upcoming, because I kind of shown that. And then upcoming next month, we do have several tours. So as always, let us know if you're interested in anything. A lot of times we're putting those out for our ambassador volunteer program. That's kind of like why we do it. But then some of the tours we invite public or you all, of course. So the Ross and Ross e-waste recycling tour is where Smurfit Westrock takes our e-waste, get collected at pop-up drop-off and at waste reduction center. We've asked to be connected to them to see how that works. One of our ambassadors suggested and connected us with Supplies Overseas to learn more about what they do. And then the Smurfit Westrock tour is the normal monthly one that we host. And we're also have a Feed Louisville tour coming up, which is one of our grant recipients last year. Then the orange ones are all of our programs, which we still have a lot going on even in the summer. A lot of I would rather be reading program. We're doing a lot of those, lots of library events at the trucks. We have a teen clothing swap we're partnering with Northeast Library on, and Goodwill hopefully will partner with us as well. Leftovers. And then our next pop-up drop-off is July 18th at Louisville Metro Service parking lot on Newburgh Road.
Karen, what's touch a truck?
Oh, touch a truck just means that someone is bringing a truck out to an event and talking to the kids about it. And when we do the green one there is like a big touch a truck event. So they'll have trucks from all different departments, even fire trucks or whatever.
To let the kids get up in it?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
like the little ones that we've done with the libraries, those are like just our programs.
Mhm.
And yeah, they come and the guys show it how they tip a cart, and then they let the kids get in.
They were in the grandkids, okay.
Yeah, they're really fun.
What,
Yeah.
what type of advertisement? They want a Shelby Library. I want a Shelby.
The libraries,
Tell her in.
well, I know for like, we did one last month at Iroquois Library, and that's my local library that I'm signed up to get like a calendar of events. So I actually saw it on an email. I was like, okay, our event listed here that we're doing. So I would assume that Shively Library also has it on a calendar like that.
It's on, LFPL has made a poster that they've been sharing with all of the waste events, including that one. And they've been sharing it on Facebook, and it's also usually on some of the library bulletin boards. I've seen it at Portland, because I was teaching class there. And Iroquois also had it on their bulletin board.
Have we shared one with the mayor of Shelby or city council? No, I'm just asking.
Probably
I don't
not.
know.
Because that's where, for Shelby, because I lived there and been there almost 18 years now. That's where it needs to go to get people to the library.
Okay.
That's just the way it works. All cities and this is how it's done. So if we can email me one.
Yeah.
And I'll take it over myself, and it was nice if to the mayor and the council.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then some of the other programs, like the I Would Rather Be Reading in the first school are signed up, like they go to that school or go to that. But yeah, the library ones are like, and you know, if we promote, we share, cross-share, but it's kind of like they invited us.
Mhm.
Hopefully they're the ones getting the word out to their
Well.
people, but if, you know, we could definitely help and make that bigger connection.
We need to push it there. This came out of bruising primary and traveling, and from bruising. We can aid that recovery effort. That'd be good. I'll just leave it at that. Drop off report.
Yeah, so I don't know that I shared in May, I don't recall. So this is actually our, this year's cards that I keep going on all of on our summaries. But, so we've had 4 total this year. And this kind of helps, maybe you can kind of gauge the differences in, what happens at each event. But, the last 2, Shawnee Park actually had a pretty similar attendance as last year. I was hoping, because every year it's gotten a little bit more and more, but this year it rained. So we actually felt like it was still pretty good to have just about the same number of people on a rainy day this year. But, and then Dodge High School, we actually had a couple, last year was pretty low attended for some reason, but we're back to kind of a more average. I would say about 500 is our average for the events. Now we tried, well, I have a couple. Here's May, Shawnee Park, and June. I always make a chart that shows how many vehicles brought each category. Just to see what, and you can see both of these events, we really brought out the people with the large items to throw out. We are, of course, pushing every time the Goodwill donation and even asking people in line to try to get donated, but it's really usable furniture. And then last, these 2 events, we have tried to recover bulky plastic. So we're kind of testing it out, but that's like your busted totes or laundry baskets, or like a plastic chair or crate, something like that. That's not. I see the lawn chair kind of thing. You know, those plastic chairs. After a while, get brittle and break.
What
So-
about unused toys that are plastic?
Well, I've been working with Westrock because they're the ones taking the material. So I've sent them several pictures and asked, and Haley is the one helping kind of connect and make sure that we're accepting things that their buyer can use. So toys aren't really on the list. I think mostly because they'll often have different but we have a chart basically that shows so everybody knows what's acceptable. And we were basically testing it out. We had an issue though with our first event. The communication was lacking, I suppose, for where to take the material. So it didn't really get taken separately to Westrock. So that was kind of sad, but we at least still had data of how many people, had it with them. But at Dawes High School, we tried again, and we have more people bringing the bulky plastic and on the chart. So 60 pounds, yeah. Just the bulky.
Can you remind me again? I'm sure you told me. But what's considered a large item?
Right, that's gonna be basically any large household item that is not mostly made of metal, because we definitely try to get people trapped in metal, but it's gonna be mostly your furniture.
Like a mattress, a chair,
Yeah,
stuff like
table,
that mostly.
wood, a lot of times it's like wooden kind of. Yeah,
Different.
Yeah, just look over at the WRC and that's pretty much the same stuff that, because that's the bulk routes that drop there, and these are just people bringing extra bulk. So
yeah, and we definitely, if someone has a grill or somebody has something metal, we like, ooh, this is metal, and we try to set it up where they have to hit the metal dumpster first We're always doing things to try to recover.
Can you go back to the previous page, Karen? I just find it fascinating how different neighborhoods have radically different numbers versus other neighborhoods for different items.
Yeah, and the top three categories that people bring is always large items, electronics, and document shredding. But it changes on who, which one's higher. It's always top.
Can you remind us what the diversion rate percentage is?
So basically, I take all the pounds of material that is recovered and divide it by all the pounds total. The only thing not recovered in some way or diverted from the landfill is the large item. That's why we try to get the metal, if large item trucks are first, sometimes people get a little, like they start grabbing stuff off and don't pay attention, and metal gets trashed. So, yeah, so we try to keep that number as low as possible. And then this was just to kind of share a little bit more about bulk plastic that I already shared, but we, tried again, got a little better at communicating and understanding what has to happen with the truck. And actually, I think the first event they collected it in a dumpster, whereas the second event they thought it'd be easier to collect it inside a truck, and that way the truck can ready to go straight.
Is that going to continue, Karen?
I
Future ones?
hope so. Well, next month is going to be a challenge because fleet services is actually probably the tighter spaces, and I've already added Goodwill officially, so we have to figure out where to place everything. So that's upcoming this month to talk with staff, and my goal is to make it fit.
When we're starting the battery.
That is just the event in November. I'll be at it. And then we do have e-waste rescue going on still. We've been doing that this year. This event, we had volunteers for Catholic Charities, and they collected 8 laptops at Dawes High School. Average wise. So sometimes it depends on who it is, who our partner is for that event, but in some cases, it's a partner that we have that does donate everything to Catholic Charities or Smart Hope, I think. And then the other partner that might be there also refurbishes themselves, but all the material stays within our community.
When you say refurbish themselves, so through here or? private
Through
sector?
the private, the partner that we have.
Somebody's throwing it away in recycling. I guess there's a cost to refurbish.
We have a cost to recycle it. We aren't refurbishing.
So you said the private
Well,
people.
we as in if they weren't here rescuing
Oh,
material.
okay.
We're talking only 8 laptops, so it's nothing.
Yeah, that's at that event. We had more at Shelby.
So I guess what I'm asking is, the recycling, all the material in the laptop, or we refurbish? What are we doing?
These laptops are still the ones, no matter what, they're being refurbished in some way to be able to be used.
Right.
And this
Well, okay,
particular
that's okay.
partner was there through Catholic Charities.
Okay, so Catholic Charities. I guess I have an issue with something being going out and selling for profit.
So is there,
No.
are they getting a receipt or something saying they're donating it to be refurbished and reused, or are they dropping it off with the expectation that it's gonna be? Like the person that brings the laptop in, are they being told, hey, this is gonna be
Yeah.
refurbished and given to someone else or.
Given to somebody.
Well, I mean, whatever they're saying, that's, yeah.
That's different.
Well, it depends on who. our partner is. Have two. so
But,
far.
but is that being communicated to the people that are dropping it off? I think. it's-
The event, yeah. They're there.
I just have an issue with selling. I mean, I get it, you're dropping it off, it's out of your hands, it's gone. But if
It's
it's at
actually no different than Goodwill,
a free event,
free event. So I just heard you recently, earlier on, you said something about Goodwill. You asked us, oh, would the people rather, could they donate some of the things to Goodwill? Goodwill repurposes it
Yeah.
and they sell it for profit.
but that's a nonprofit organization.
In Catholic
Goodwill.
and Charities also?
Yes,
Nonprofit?
it is. Yeah, and then,
Why would she say there's somebody else though?
yeah, he hasn't actually, we have the MOAs with two
Okay.
people, but and I can invite him to come.
Yeah,
talk
I'd
about
like
his
to tighten
program.
that up a little bit. 'Cause Kevin, I get it,
Mhm.
I mean, but the concept of profit is kind of bothers me for donating. I get Goodwill, but Goodwill actually has programs for, that's what they sell stuff for. Catholic Charities is the same way, they have programs that they feed the hungry or whatever.
Let's get a statement
But if
from,
somebody from private sector comes in and gets something and refers them, then
It keeps it out of the landfill.
yeah, let me get a
That's
statement.
my bottom
from-
line. It keeps it out of the landfill.
Yeah.
I get it, but
I think my concern more,
It keeps
Kevin,
doing
is do they wipe it clean? Because it's a lot of information. And so, or do people pull out those hard drives
Yeah.
before donating? I guess that would be my main
Yeah.
concern.
I would guess the
Inform
vast
them.
majority probably don't pull out the hard drive because they don't know how to open it.
Exactly.
Or give
So
it-
I would think
worry
that
about
would be
breaking
the thing. You would share with someone, says, hey, we're going to
Which
X,
is
Y, and
why
Z.
we have an agreement with the people that do this,
Cool.
so that.
We have no liability, Karen, from the standpoint if somebody's data is accidentally given away to somebody.
Do you want a copy of the MOA? And then you
If you
can
can.
decide.
Yeah, I think that'd be good to see, just to make sure that there's a. coverage there.
Yeah, that's the liability. right
Yeah, like to
there.
me, as long as it's being communicated to the people that are dropping it off, that this is what's gonna happen to it, whether it's gonna be sold or given away, and that there's no liability on our end for being the pass through for it, then I think
Yeah,
everybody's
and
covered.
it's not, they are at the event, so they're speaking, they talk to the people that they're able to get some stuff from. But I don't have it necessarily promoted, like I added Goodwill as a category, but that's because I don't know for sure. To every single
That's
event.
Thank you.
Thank
But
you.
yeah, I'll send everything to you.
Thank you, thank you.
That's all I had for the pop-up.
She said,
and-
no more
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm done.
I have no more on the PowerPoint. So, I gotta
Gonna,
get back to the topic.
next go to the advisory committee report.
Evening.
Good evening.
We met and we kind of embraced Mr. Funk's request to look at tree sweeping.
I apologize for not getting it out to you then.
That is fine. I called you right up and said, you guys, I said, for all of you. And we started. Mr. Plum,
I'd be happy to do that.
thank you.
I have a little experience in that regard.
Yes, we've got a team of Troublish, obviously Sandra, myself, and Sarah Lynn Cunningham. And try to meet. I'm going to be out of town until probably the 12th, so looking for your availability the following week possibly.
We can talk about it
We can
afterwards.
talk afterward. But no, Pete wants to be involved as well.
Sounds good.
No, our initial thought, we don't pick it up from the street, we pick it up in the sewers.
Yep.
So the initial thought was talk MSD as well. Get a collaborative effort, the catch basins, and pick it up on the street, maybe save some money. Now, see a little giggle up there. I may be dreaming, but it's worth a request.
they're sweeping laptops directly.
Yeah,
Matches as well.
we're kind of excited about it, so, you know,
Okay,
Yeah, it's gonna take some serious resources,
very good.
but, it's, we're doing, in my humble opinion, based on, my experience in in other places, we're not doing anywhere near as enough.
The serious research.
I think all of us can drive around and look streets and realize we can do a better job. And I just don't know that city can do a better job with what they have available
Mhm.
and, what they've allocated for. And maybe there's not another company out there contracted with, but do the investigation. There's money.
Yeah.
As long as we find out how much, we try to put it in front of them.
Thank you, I appreciate that report. Before we have public input, I'd like to invite, Executive Director Tidnor to come up and, speak to us a little bit about, Metro Council and anything else you want to share with us.
So a budget is has to fund, so expected that drastic that document. First modification. That works. So we'll know our FY budget effective capital operating perspective. So we're excited about that. Operational change. Public Works, especially just to increase efficiency.
Just have one quick question
Yeah.
while you're still talking about Metro Council is, anybody from this group before us, been just kind of be a fly on the wall and see how the sausage is made at the Metro Council budget meeting?
Like attend like budget hearings.
Yeah, budget hearing or the actual vote process Thursday, what, 4 o'clock?
It's usually 6. I'll
I'm just asking, we're all volunteers.
well, I know for
People.
sure at least. Two, actually,
Two.
two people, yeah.
Yeah, he was on the council.
Wasn't that long.
He was on the council. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. There will be some. So a lot of that. But it's been my first experience. Yeah, a good plan ahead of us. Manage. Decided to take on one of the things very relevant to this group. Person that production, but Pete Flood that started back with us. Today. Representative from Public Works. This will called as the director. employee, so. Statutory. Looks like it's been. Decided to have, passion for it. Has a great experience. in public work.
Well, I'll say very little because I think we're about to have record quickest 109 board meeting that
Speak up. That's the problem, you chair.
No, I appreciate the opportunity. I think that I've got a lot of history and knowledge about. I'm excited to get back into. I haven't always left anyway. I'm excited about it and ready to get to work.
Okay, I would just, you said liaison to or forward from Public Works. Are you in the old capacity that you were, or is this a different capacity?
Well, the role that I used to have was assistant director to the Department of Public Works for SWIM's operations. But I also carried the executive director of the. You know, that's a little bit, it's wearing two hats really. One, the Waste District is executive director, done through ordinance, and you know how it metro government. So I'm coming back just in a part-time capacity
As executive director.
as executive director, which is a little bit more manageable than what I had previously. It was a lot.
Mhm.
So going back to this, I think that I can actually do this, not that I didn't, but I focus on it. Thanks for questions.
I'm excited.
We're good. Thank you, Pete. Good enough. Appreciate it, sir. Our next order of business will be public input. I see public out there.
I
Yes,
have a
sir.
question. I'll put some people here. It's the feature the executive director of this.
Any other public? We shot. Just because I'm not shouting, y'all think I'm talking. Live it up, live it up.
He's gone power mad here. He's got the one meeting he's running and it's almost over.
Shout mad 'cause I got the record. All right, well, we're going to announcements. The first one is pop-up drop-off at Metro Fleet Services. That is the one on Newburgh Road, correct?
Yeah.
And it's July 18th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I understand that the next advisory committee meeting is July 15th, 4:30 to 6, 3:30 to 5 Central Time. And the next 109 board meeting will be July 22nd, 5:30 in this facility. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
I'll move.
Second?
Oh, second. Oh, please go ahead.
2.5.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Meeting adjourned.
Good job, Kevin.
At 6:08.
My second, this meeting.
It's not a good close.
No, I don't.